Good day, OA. My name is Lionel Garcia. I'm your Vice President of Sales and Agent Development, and I'm excited because it is Monday. Boy, did I miss you last week, but I was also on vacation, but I did miss coming here to host our Motivational Mondays. It is a really something I look forward to every single week is to be here with you and hosting our Motivation Mondays. It's a lot of fun. This week, we got a really great topic. I love it. It's the topic of the mindset of a rainmaker. We're going to try to make it rain. But before we do jump into our topic, I want to share with all of you and I want to hear what are your wins of the week. So do you have some professional wins? Do you have some personal wins? Would love to know what are your wins this week. What stood out to you? What are you happy that you accomplished? Hey, we're also starting a brand new month. Maybe you have something that you're proud of that you accomplished last month. Love to hear about it. Please comment in the comment section. Let us know. Let's celebrate you. It's so important to be reminded of those wins because every win matters. It's so important for us to just kind of stop, pause, and recognize the achievements, be it daily, be it weekly. And in this case, let's think about the last month. What have you done? So that's what we want to do. Let's celebrate it together. I'm going to share with you my wins. For starters, I want to share a personal one. I know a few weeks ago, we talked about how I got on this journey to try to exercise because I had become pretty stagnant in my routine. Well, it's been 23 weeks consistently working out. So that is where every single week I've at least moved my body once on my machine. We have a total machine at home. And last month, I actually worked out 13 of the 31 days. So that is an accomplishment. And so far, I have 7 active days on my machine over the last 30 days. So I'm excited. I think I'm making some progress. That's my personal. On my professional side, man, I am excited because we had a tremendous, and I say we, yes, all of you outside agents had a tremendous July, and we achieved a record in July with a significant growth, double-digit growth over last year's July, with a lot of sales reported, especially coming in the last 2 days. So congratulations to all of you. Yes, yes, yes. That was incredible. So kudos to all of you. All right, let's jump into our topic of the week, and it is the mindset of a rainmaker. But first, let's talk about what makes a rainmaker. Who is a rainmaker? You're probably asking yourself, I want to be a rainmaker, or you're thinking about the movie, The Rainmaker. So a rainmaker is someone who consistently is creating opportunities, generating revenue, and is driving growth. That is a rainmaker. Here's what they're not. They're not lucky, right? Rainmakers are intentional. And here is the biggest difference between average performers and productive advisors and highly productive advisors. The average performer reacts to the opportunities, and rainmakers, they create the opportunities. Think about it. When bookings slow down, a reactive agent is waiting. They're waiting for the inquiries. They're waiting for leads. They actually, even sometimes I've heard them complain. And I tell you this because I was a supplier, but even today, sometimes I have agents like, well, my phone's not ringing, right? Or so they wait for better market conditions. They wait for that motivation. But here is the difference between that average performer and a rainmaker. The rainmaker does something different. See, they ask questions. They ask, what can I create today? They ask, well, or say this, maybe I could do a social media post. Maybe they can do a follow-up campaign. Maybe they create a new supplier partnership. Maybe they think of or plan a client appreciation event, or they reach out to past travelers. Rainmakers understand something that is incredibly powerful, and that is that revenue always follows activity. Let that sink in, right? Because that in itself, it's a mindset shift, is that revenue does follow activity. So the more intentional activity you create, the more opportunities are going to appear. So stop asking yourself this question, how do I get more clients? And start asking, how do you create more conversations? Such a different way to think. How do you create more conversations? Because these conversations turn into relationships, and those relationships become into trust, and then trust become bookings, and bookings, the best part, become revenue. So the most successful travel agent professionals don't sit around and wait for the momentum. They are actually going forward. They are building that momentum. They generate that momentum. They create the momentum. That is the Rainmaker mindset. It's pretty special, right? And so I want you to kind of shift your mind a little bit and think, instead of thinking, how can I find more clients, think, how can I create more conversations? Because those conversations turn into the opportunities. And that is what you're looking to do, is to make those opportunities come to life. So I am going to challenge you this week. We have an incredible call to action. Your call to action is to create one revenue opportunity. Okay. This week, I want you to think of something that you have not done before. So I know you're already always coming up with revenue opportunities, or you're always coming up with conversation starters, but I want you to focus on something new this week. Come up with something that you haven't done before. So for example, maybe reach out to 10 past clients. Consider scheduling a travel night with a few of your favorite suppliers. Partner with the local business. I know I've shared this event several times at previous trainings, but one of my travel partners back when I was a sales rep managed to put myself with Royal Caribbean, a boutique store, and a financial advisor all together. So these are local businesses. And the financial advisor talked about how if you manage your money with them, you'll have money to go on vacation. And the boutique store did a fashion show and showed everyone wearing some really cool clothes that they can pack for their vacation. And then I did a presentation that said, this is the vacation you're going to go on. And then the travel advisor came up and did the presentation on why use her. So that is really neat. Post a travel tip video. That's another way to create conversation. Very recently, one of our advisors, yes, you might even be watching, did a video of how to pack for a river cruise. Her video went viral. She ended up with 2,000 plus river cruise leads, all from a TikTok travel tip video. Crazy, but it happens. And all it took was her to do it. She stepped out of her comfort zone after one of our trainings and did the thing, did the video, challenge yourself. Maybe launch a themed promotion, create a referral campaign, invite people to a virtual destination presentation. And I kind of want to sit on this a little bit, because sometimes you might think, well, are people even doing these virtual presentations? Should I consider doing it? Does it work? Yes, they do work. Here at OA, we're hosting these private previews and these are virtual consumer nights, and they are fantastic. And the agents that we have that are engaging with our private preview events are seeing success with that product. So here's the goal. The goal is simple. Create one activity that can create opportunity. And remind yourself, you don't need to control the outcome. Actually, you can't control the outcome, but you need to control the action. And the action is what you can do. So go ahead and do it. Create one opportunity that didn't exist before today and go out and tackle it. All right. To wrap up, let's talk about our quote of the day. Our quote of the day is, opportunities don't happen. You create them. This quote is from Chris Grosser. So let's let that sink in. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. So think about it. What opportunities are you going to create? Are you going to flip that switch and change your mindset today to become a rainmaker and make opportunities come to life for you and your business? Because remember, action turns into revenue. These opportunities turn into revenue. So go ahead and create them. So thank you so much for joining me today on our Motivation Monday this week. Remember to challenge yourself to think like that rainmaker. Don't wait for the business. Go out and create it. Don't wait for the opportunity. I want you to go out and build it, because those successful travel professionals are not simply finding success. They are creating it every single day. So I want you to have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Monday, same time, same place. See ya. Bye-bye.